Mr. Mansi, thank you very much indeed for accepting my invitation.
Thank you.
For the first question, you're one of the people who work in a field of fintech, Islamic fintech. And in your opinion, how has the situation of Islamic fintech has been changed in the last few years?
That's a good question. I think Islamic fintech has developed drastically since, I would say, the start of 2017. So before 2017, there were some discussions on Islamic fintech. Few really companies with MVPs, but it's really started to kick off on a global discussion, on a global scale, starting from 2017, with more countries adopting new regulations and creating more attractive ecosystem for the Islamic fintech companies, or Islamic fintech on a global scale. So, for example, Malaysia in 2017 started something called MTEB to attract global entrepreneurs, either new entrepreneur or established entrepreneur, to come to Malaysia and explore the ecosystem and see how they can access the Southeast Asian market through Malaysia. And everybody knows that Islamic finance and Islamic fintech in Malaysia is somehow really well understood, and regulators are really doing great work with regards to that. And coming with that, Dubai has started some activities with the DIFC with focus on Islamic fintech. And we see Indonesia with the new division, which is under the presidential office. Indonesia is leading Islamic fintech with really great activities. And recently Qatar started, the discussions on Islamic fintech and really trying to attract companies within this area. So really the future is great, and it's a high time for Islamic fintech at the moment.
You talk about the succession of fintech, Islamic fintech in the world, especially in Malaysia and Indonesia, and also Qatar. What do you think the biggest challenges for Islamic fintech to grow in different countries? I mean, what is the biggest issues?
Yeah, I think we all know that lack of funding and lack of capital is one of the main, the biggest challenges that fintech, not just Islamic fintech, but any fintech or any startup that faces in the at early stage. But also I think right now the world has changed from pre-COVID to post-COVID, and what I've seen that most of the companies that was starting a company within the Islamic fintech arena, they would focus only on their market. But now I believe that companies really focus on a global scale or regional scale, I would say. The second challenge would be regulation. So if you're regulated in a country like Turkey, for example, how can you be connected with a country like Malaysia in terms of...
sorry, I interrupt your words. You mean the differences between the laws in countries? So, for example, something is legal in Indonesia and something is illegal in Turkey, right?
Yes. Yeah, not illegal or legal, but it's more of regulated. So in Bahrain, for example, there's the central bank has created a sandbox to bring these, to expedite the process of fintech companies to be licensed and having a really good ecosystem hub within the country. But in some countries, there's still no, the regulation is not fully clear.
Okay. Mr. Mansi, in recent years, your company has held various events focusing on Islamic startups and Islamic fintech companies. And what are the implications of these entitled for startup owners and the growth of Islamic fintech?
So when we do a project, we really focus the business. So our events are not really academic events. It's more of a B2B trying to facilitate business exchange and try to really connect stakeholders together, be it a startup, be it an investor, be it a financial institution to benefit from. So as you know, most of the Islamic banks has been really now trying to come up with to collaborate with Islamic fintech companies and fintech companies, either to use their solution for a better overall customer, to enhance the customer experience, and to collaborate with fintech companies. And we see this with Oman, for example. I'm talking about the recent news with one of the Islamic fintech collaborating, being adopted by some of the Islamic banks in Oman, like iFin services. So it's really, the implication has been really good, either in institutions or banks collaborating with fintech, but also seeing the entrepreneurs themselves are, teaming up together to start a new thing. So in 2019, we had our last physical event in Malaysia. We had a few individuals that met each other, and today they are launching at our event in Istanbul. They are launching a new Islamic fintech. So this is really something that keeps driving me personally forward. Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like you're really hopeful that the events are effective on Islamic startups and Islamic fintech, right?
Absolutely.
How do you assess the future of Islamic fintech?
I mean, the future is looking great. I think it's just we need to see more adoption and more VCs coming together to focus on this area and to create a global ecosystem where companies are connected with regulators and having an intercontinental bridges between countries like Turkey, Malaysia, Indonesia, Dubai, Qatar. Some sort of global discussions between regulators to help to open to allow companies to work in these countries together, or at least have some basic understanding. But yeah, I mean, now with the NFTs and metaverse is just like technology is advancing so quickly. We just have to keep up with the with the news and see what is happening. But yeah, I mean, I'm really hopeful. During the pandemic alone, Indonesia, to my knowledge, Indonesia has witnessed over 10 new Islamic fintech companies within the Association of Islamic Fintech, which is great to see. It's great. So yeah, I mean, hopefully more will come, and more adoption will be happening from the VC side. Yeah.
Okay, for our last question, how do you see the collaboration with ICNA news agency and your company?
I mean, ICNA has been great, has been really supportive from the moment we met with them. We had good, companies coming to Malaysia in 2017 with ICNA, and we hope that this time through ICNA we invite more companies and fintech companies to come and explore the market here, and just come together to really build this ecosystem together. I know that Iran has a lot of, mashallah, has a lot of fintech companies, and the ecosystem is super vibrant over there. And we would love to see some of them here, or all of them, to see how we can, collaborate further and have better opportunities, all of us.
Okay, Mr. Mansi, anything else?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
خبرگزاری بین المللی قرآن ایکنا